Can you hear me? Can you hear me well?
I can hear you, and I can't participate tonight. I've got something going on.
Say again.
I can't participate tonight. I have something
Okay,
going on.
okay, okay. Thank you. Can you tell us? Can you hear me well now?
I can.
You can hear me well, right? Okay,
Yes.
because we are testing the microphone. Okay, so we will think about you when you do our chanting. Okay.
I'll leave them to me.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Let's start our chanting before the meditation. If you are following our chanting book, you can turn to page number 5. Salutation to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. The three refuges. Buddham saranam gacchami, Dhammang saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi buddham saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. The 5 precepts. Panatipata veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Adinādāna veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Kāmesu micchācārā veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Musāvādā veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Suramēraya majja pamādatthāna veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Let's read the affirmative vows based on the 5 precepts. Being aware of the suffering caused by the destruction of life, I vow to cultivate compassion and learn ways to protect the lives of all living beings. Being aware of the suffering caused by exploitation, stealing, and oppression, I vow to respect the property of others and to practice generosity by sharing my time, energy, and material resources with those who are in real need. Being aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct, I vow to respect my commitments and those of others. I am determined not to engage in relations without love and a long-term commitment. Being aware that words can create suffering, I vow to learn to speak truthfully and develop peaceful, kind, and meaningful speech. Being aware of the suffering that an intoxicated and agitated mind can produce, I vow to develop mindfulness and heedfulness. Homage to the Buddha. Iti piso bhagavā arahang sammā sambuddho viññācarana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sārati sattā deva manusānaṁ buddho bhagavāti. Homage to the Dhamma. Swanuhato bhagavata dhammo sanditthiko akā පස්සිකෝ ඕපනයිකෝ පච්චත්තං වේදිතබ්බෝ විඤ්ඤෝහෙති.
Homage to the Sangha.
සුපටිපන්නෝ භගවතු සාවක සංඝෝ උජෝපටිපන්නෝ භගවතු සාවක සංඝෝ ඥාය පටිපන්නෝ භගවතු සාවක සංඝෝ සාමීචි පටිපන්නෝ භගවතු සාවක සංඝෝ යදිදං චත්තාරි පුරිස යෝගානි අට්ඨ පුරිස පුංගලා ඒස භගවතු සාවක සංඝෝ ආහුනියෝ පාහුනියෝ දක්ඛිනියෝ අංජලි කරණියෝ අනුත්තරං පුඤ්ඤක්ඛෙත්තං ලෝකස්සාති. සාදු සාදු සාදු.
Offering of light.
ගහන සාරප්පදිත්තේන දීපේන තමදං සිනා තිලෝක දීපං සම්බුද්ධං පූජයාමි තමෝනුදං.
Offering of incense.
ගන්ධ සම්භාරයුත්තේන ධූපේනාහං සුගන්ධිනා පූජයේ පූජනීයං තං පූජා භාජන මුත්තමං.
Offering of flowers.
වන්න ගන්ධ ගුණෝපේතං ඒතං කුසුම සන්දතින් පූජයාමි මුනින්ද්‍රස්ස සිරිපාද සරෝහි පූජේමි බුද්ධං කුසුමේන නීන පුඤ්ඤේන විතේන ලබාමි මොක්ඛං උප්පං මිලායාති යතයිදං කායෝ තථායාති විනාශභාං.
Offering of water.
ආදිවාසේතුනෝ බන්තේ පානියං පරිකප්පිතං අනුකම්පං උපාදාය පටිගන්හාතු උත්තමේ.
Offering of drinks.
ආදිවාසේතුනෝ බන්තේ සීලාන පච්චයං ඉමං අනුකම්පං උපාදාය පතිගන්හාතු උත්තම.
Worship of shrines.
වන්දාමි චේතියං සම්බං සම්බඨානේසු පතිත්ථිතං සාරීරික ධාතු මහා බෝධින් බුද්ධ රූපං සකලං සදා. සාදු සාදු සාදු.
Wish of well-being.
විපුලං අලත්තං තංසානුභාවේ හතං
Reflections on the teachings of the Buddha in English.
Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind made are they. If one speaks or acts with an impure mind, suffering follows
like the bee that follows the foot of the ox.
Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind made are they. If one speaks or acts with a pure mind, happiness follows like one's own shadow that never leaves. Generosity, kind words, benevolent actions towards others, and equanimity towards all beings and all things. These bonds of sympathy function in the world like the linking in a moving car. One by one, little by little, moment by moment, wise people should remove their impurities, as a smith removes the dross from silver. For one who mindfully develops boundless loving kindness, mental defilements are weakened, and the freedom from clinging is seen. All conditioned things are impermanent. When one sees with this wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. All conditioned things are unsatisfactory. When one sees with this wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. All things are not self. When one sees with this wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Welcome everyone for our meditation session. We are all going to have a very wholesome, peaceful time together. This is a genuine effort we are all going to make, dedicating this time for this wholesome effort. Effort is a very important part of our spiritual practice. In order to train our mind, we need to make effort. So today, we all are making these efforts, and this moment is very important. Whatever realizations, whatever training that we are doing to our mind right now is going to influence our whole life in a positive way. So let us rejoice this moment, and let us make a determination that we will engage in this meditation wholeheartedly. And let us make the determination that I will make use of this wholesome gathering, this wonderful opportunity, this community who are sitting with us together, connecting with this network. I'm going to make use of this wonderful moment, and I will engage in a wholesome practice. Make that determination now. With that determination, let us listen to this bell and help us to gather our attention to this very moment. And then we will do our chant, Namo Buddhaya, to further help us to settle into this moment. And at the end of the chant, Bhante Punna will help us to practice loving kindness meditation and meditation on breathing.
Spiritual friends, now we will start to practice meditation. In our meditation, we practice meditation on loving kindness and meditation on breathing. Loving kindness meditation helps us to cultivate the compassion to the great compassion. Mindfulness can be developed with the support of the breathing awareness. The cultivated mindfulness leads to the wisdom. Therefore, dear spiritual friends, this is a precious moment for all of us, and it is a rare moment for all of us. We will practice loving kindness and breathing meditation until we reach to the culmination of our spirituality, great compassion and the great wisdom. Bring your awareness first to your body and observe the body how you are sitting. You are keeping your both eyes gently closed. Both shoulders are keeping properly. Both arms are just hanging. Both palms are resting on the lap. Keeping upper body upright as much as possible. and we maintain the both legs nicely. This sitting posture is a very special posture. Be happy about the physical preparation. We have to relax our body as much as possible to reach to our awareness, to observe the mind. Notice all different mental traits. With the awareness of the body, now we feel the body and notice in our body there would be all different feelings. Some aches and pains, tightness of the muscles in certain areas, and the chronic pains in certain areas of the body. Feel, feel, feel. Scan the entire body from the top of the head to the tips of the toes and feel, feel, feel. If you notice any tightness, any pressure, any aches and pains anywhere of the body, feel them and relax. We can take 3 steps to relax our body. The very first step is we take a deep breath and hold for a while. Feel the expansion of the chest muscles, the tummy, the back muscles, and the shoulders. Gently release the air and feel the contraction. Feel the relaxation of the body. We can do it few times until we feel the very deep relaxation. While you are continuing the breathing awareness and the relaxation of the body, You can feel all other tightness, the pressure in different areas, and just purposely, thoughtfully relax all those areas. Just relax, relax, relax. Also, we invite a very gentle smile, like you are smiling with a baby. Very genuine, beautiful smile. Bring onto your face. Feel the gentleness of the facial muscles. Let this smile to feel to the entire body and relax, relax, relax. Feel your relaxed body. This relaxed body is sitting mindfully right here, right now. Let body to be in this posture and gently draw your awareness to the thoughts occurring in your mind. Notice the thoughts which are occurring in your mind. Some thoughts are occurring with the support of the past memories. Some are occurring with the future expectations and hopes. And on and off, very rarely we live in the present moment. Right now, we know the thoughts which are occurring with the support of the past. If you notice any pressure, any stresses coming from the past, understand the past is gone and let it go and let it go and let it go. The future is not yet come true. No any anxious thoughts, no any stress due to the future related thoughts. If there are any, understand the future is not yet come and let them go and let them go and let them go. Bring your full awareness to the present moment. Observe your purified mind. Observe your beautiful mind right now, sitting with the spiritual friends in front of the Buddha. Our great spiritual teacher, the master. Right now, you are sitting right here, having the awareness to the present moment. Notice we can use our present awareness to cultivate wholesomeness in our mind. This wholesomeness is loving kindness. Loving kindness is our predominant wholesome thought that we always practice. Bring your full awareness and recognize the great qualities of the loving kindness. To understand the depth and the gravity of the loving kindness, we visualize a loving kindness image. A mother who takes care of her only baby. The compassion, tolerance, patience, appreciation, generosity, forgiveness, full awareness, understanding. All those great qualities are brightly shining in the mother's heart, in the mother's mind. Right now, we are having the same qualities in our mind. Invite more and more courageous and determined to maintain this much of beautiful loving kindness thoughts in your mind right now, same as a mother who take care of only baby. Right now, we are maintaining our loving kindness boundlessly. We are offering our loving kindness to all beings everywhere. Feel the great quality, the great qualities you are having right now in your mind. Generous, compassionate, loving thoughts in your mind right now. You can cultivate this loving kindness up to this level, boundless loving kindness. You know that why we are practicing this much of loving kindness in our heart, because everybody is seeking loving kindness. If you have loving kindness, you can offer, you can give generously your loving kindness for everybody. It is a great strength of your spirituality to share your loving kindness with everybody. It's a great quality. It's a great human quality. You use your human capacity into your best level to cultivate loving kindness within and spread the loving kindness throughout the world boundlessly. Enjoy the compassion, tolerance, patience, appreciations, forgiveness, generosity, and so on. All the great qualities of the loving kindness in your heart right now. Feel the great capacity of your mind. You have a beautiful mind. Of course, you have a beautiful mind. Thank you so much for having such a great mind. You are such a precious element Thank you so much for your great loving kindness. We feel your great loving kindness. Thank you. And we need your loving kindness, your compassion. We feel your compassion, your understanding, your generosity. And thank you so much. Feel the beauty of your loving kindness. You can share your loving kindness. You can extend your loving kindness to your body, from the skin to the internal organs, to each and every systems in the system. Deeply appreciate and radiate loving kindness to this body. We have this body and we have to appreciate it. That because all the activities in each and every systems, the activities of each and every systems are marvelous, miraculous. They are working nicely together, harmoniously. Extend the loving kindness to the body. All the organs, all the activities, even into the cellular level. Radiate loving kindness to your body. With the support of the loving kindness, you can refix all the wrong mutations even in the cellular level. You can. You can. Your loving kindness is strong. You can fix all the wrong mutations in the cellular levels. May this entire body be healed. May this entire body be healed. Feel the loving kindness mentally and physically. And also you can share your great loving kindness with your spiritual friends. With a beautiful smile, with a beautiful word, with a wholesome action. You can share your loving kindness throughout the day. Just now you practice deeply and you can practice it throughout the day and express it throughout the day. You can show it throughout the day. Right now we radiate loving kindness to our spiritual friends. May my spiritual friends be well. May you be well. May you be able to overcome all the challenges. May no any harms come to you. May you be healthy mentally and physically. May you be strong. May you be well. And expand your loving kindness further and further to your beloved family members, relatives and friends, near and far. Though there are minor mistakes in some occasions, your strong, powerful forgiveness and appreciation and compassion are in action to heal all the scars and wounds in your memory, in your mind, and radiate the boundless loving kindness to all the beloved family members, relatives, and friends near and far. May they be well, may they be happy, may they be peaceful. And radiate loving kindness. Expand the loving kindness to your neighbors, neighboring neighbors, people in the city, neighboring cities, people in the county, neighboring counties, people in the state, neighboring states, people in throughout the nation, people in the neighboring countries, all around the world. May all people be well, be healthy. May no any difficulties come to them. May they be healthy. May all people be healed, be healed, be healed. And expand the boundless loving kindness to all animals, all beings, near and far, large and small, long and short, seen and unseen. May all beings be well. You have beautiful loving kindness thoughts in your mind, well wishing thoughts in your mind. Feel the energy of loving kindness. Feel the loving kindness thoughts, peaceful loving kindness thoughts in your mind. Feel the loving kindness. Be well, be well, be well. Just relax and be in the loving kindness. Be with the loving kindness. Be the loving kindness. By the loving kindness. Be the loving kindness. Be well. Be well. Be well. Be well. with the joy of the loving kindness, with the peace of the loving kindness. Now we will practice breathing meditation. In breathing meditation, you observe the natural breath. The breathing in and breathing out is a physical activity. You keep your awareness on this physical activity, breathing in and out. Your awareness recognizes the in breath and out breath as a friend. Be with the friend. Have a great relationship with your wonderful friend. Breathing in, breathing out. If you are able to have a very good relationship between the awareness and the breath, then you can notice in your breath long breaths and short breaths. Try to recognize the details in your breath. And you can feel the whole body breath. And you can feel the calm down body breath. You can feel the content of your inhalation, and you can notice the content of your exhalation. Breathing in and out, the oxygenated air molecules travels to the lungs with the air and diffuse the oxygenated air molecules through the capillaries to the blood cells. The oxygenated blood cells travel all over the body with the support of the heart, the pressure. And the right away, the deoxygenated air molecules travel back with the support of the pressure in the blood cells and release back to the lungs and exhale. Observe the rapid changing, changing, changing. Not only changing the content of the inhalation and exhalation, all the contents and the activities in the blood cells are changing. Not only blood cells, all the other body cells are changing. All are changing, changing, changing. Observe the deep, subtle changing. Practice breathing meditation. Keep your full awareness on the breath. Have a great friendship with the breath and practice the impermanence. It brings a relief to your mind, to entire your life, and relax. Practice the deep, rapid changing.
Nidukha Bhayapantach Nibbhaya Sukapantach Nisukha Hontu sabbepi paninu. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are grieving be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Gently come out of your meditation and gently put your palms together and place them against your chest. Let us take a moment to feel grateful for this opportunity to have peaceful meditation. Let us feel grateful to all great teachers, enlightened masters in the past, who passed this wisdom from generation to generation. Let us feel grateful to whoever helped our meditation tonight, whoever tried not to disturb our meditation tonight. Let us feel grateful to this platform, network that help us to connect to this meditation, to this device that help us to meditate tonight, and even to our cushion, the chair, the bell, and everything. Let us deeply feel grateful to all people and all things which made this meditation possible for us today.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay. Okay, dear friends, I hope that you had a wonderful meditation. It's again such a great pleasure to have this opportunity to come together every week to meditate. Of course, we love to see you personally, in person here, but it's still, things are not really conducive for such a gathering. But we are grateful that we have this technology that we still can get together and meditate together. So I think during this period, I think this challenging time is like taking longer and longer time. Maybe in the beginning when this pandemic broke out, we thought that we will be able to contain this within few months, but it looks like it's not that easy. It will take some time. So whenever we see this taking longer and longer time, people may start to have all kinds of negative thoughts, all kinds of sometimes even hopelessness, all sorts of thinking. So I think this is particularly during this time we need to find ways to be what we call to be resilient. I think that's a very special ability of our mind to the resilience. When we talk about the qualities of the Buddha and the qualities of the other enlightened disciples of the Buddha, we talk about a special quality called tadi. Don't you know how we translate tadi? Like a special quality called tadi, special ability of the mind.
Stability.
Yeah, we can call it a stability, right? Yeah. In Pali, it's called tadi. Can we call it stability? They are not being moved, or they are not being affected by the situations around them, right? Yeah. So I think the very good word for the quality called tadi will be resilience. That one good way we can look at that, resilience. So the quality of an enlightened mind is to have this quality called tadi. That means that they may face all kinds of changes in their lives, all kinds of circumstances, but no changes, no circumstances can really influence them and move them, right? So we have that the Gatha, the verse called just like a solid rock, it's not moved by the wind coming from four directions, and the mind of an enlightened person, or maybe mind of a wise person, will not be moved. So I think in our life, of course, we are not enlightened yet, but we are practitioners. So, but we can in our life, in order for us to go through our life, we really need resilience, and particularly during this period. And because we don't know how many more months we have to go like this, so we really need to find ways to develop resilience, because this is a challenging time, difficult time for everyone. And moreover, so of course, because of the pandemic, we are already having difficulties, limitations, and challenges. And on the top of that, life is giving its own problems and challenges too, right? And because of the pandemic, I mean, the problems of the life is not going to stop. We will have health issues. We are going to have, normal other health issues we are going to have. We may have different financial issues. Of course, the pandemic may increase the possibility of having financial issues. We can have, other issues with our, relationship related issues. So they are also going to come. So on the top of the, the challenges we are going through the pandemic. So it's really important to understand this special quality that we have called resilience, and then try to find ways to develop that. So resilience is a capacity. It's a capacity that all of us have. It's a capacity, but of course that capacity can be different from person to person. So it's a capacity to endure and also to adapt to negative changes, because we encounter changes in our life, and it's as common. Change is part of the life, but of course, when you have a positive change, we don't need any training to adapt to it. Like let's say, suddenly you were informed by your company that your salary is increased by 30%. It's a big change, right? And do you need a training to adapt to that change? I mean, we will very quickly adapt and we will increase our spending. Right? We will quickly adapt to that. So there are changes, the positive changes, we somehow know how to adapt. But I think the resilience is important when it comes to negative changes. So it's a capacity to endure and then adapt to negative changes in our life. So so that is why what we need to understand is it's a capacity of a human mind, and we can enhance that capacity. It is because we have this capacity we were able to live in our life. I mean, we can think about all the changes we encounter in our life, and even when we're small children, we encounter so many like challenging changes. We somehow know how to adapt. Even like going to school for the first time is a stressful situation, right? You're moving from your family and then going to school and encounter this new environment, new friends, and new rules. It's already a big change, but we will learn how to adapt to it. So throughout our life, we have been encountering negative changes. We can call it challenging changes, but we have been adapting to that. So even right now, we have to learn to adapt to this change we are going through right now. And it's a different situation, unprecedented situation, but how we can endure and also how we can adapt to that change. And of course, within this challenging period, we will also have other issues that are coming up. Life will throw all kinds of other things also, right? Life is not going to stop that. So we have like double. It's like we are in a storm, and within this storm there are other minor storm also. So let's talk about what can enhance our capacity to be resilient, to like endure and adapt to any situation, endure and adapt. We call it like accept and adapt, or accept, accommodate, and adapt. So that's resilience. So there are we need to rely on resources. We need to think about, we become resilient when we have resources to handle our situation, our challenges. So resources can be mainly two types. One is external resources, other one is internal resources. So we need to there can be the external resources too, and particularly in order to be resilient, one important external resource would be to have some great teacher, a great guide to someone's life, and to someone as your spiritual guide. Maybe not one, but maybe few as your spiritual guide. Whenever we have challenge, problems, and moments of disappointments, moment of darkness, you have to have someone that you respect. It could be your teacher, could be anyone, like a guide, like a teacher to someone's life, and that is a very important resource that can give a resilience to someone's life. And then the second one would be like to have really kind friends. It's really important to have friends, particularly, I mean, like really like honest, genuine friends that you can share anything in your life. The non-judgmental friends. If you cannot have many, but at least you can have few. Because when you become, a good friend, and you can eventually, friendship is something that is moving, something that growing. So second resource is to have a network of friends, at least few, because then you can share, you can cry, you can, share whatever going through in your life. It gives you, when you know that others are empathizing, others are understanding the difficulty that you are going through, it kind of gives you strength to go through it. So have a teacher, a guide, a spiritual guide to your life, and having friends. And also, it's also important to have a spiritual community. The community of people that have kind of similar values, and that and we usually think about a little bit more than our material life. So I think that's kind of resource that we provide to our friends to have this spiritual community. And so whenever we have a challenge, a problem, and as a spiritual community, we are ready to support each other. But at the same time, we look at these problems and challenges in quite a different way than the ordinary in society. We will so to have that kind of community. So these are the external resources: a teacher, close friends, and the spiritual community. Then internal resources are also very important. Internal resources mainly based on our deep understanding about life and the mind's capacity. And then the one important resource will be like developing our deep understanding about the life. That's what we try to help our friends to like develop deep understanding of the life, not the superficial understanding of the life. Life is quite complex. So we need to like to have a deep understanding. One important understanding of the life would be like to understand that suffering is a part of life. Suffering is a part of life. It's not something like challenges are part of life. Because whenever we encounter challenge and difficulty, we usually think that why this has happened to me, right? And we ask that question. It's unfair. It's only happened to me, not to others. But if you really genuinely look into others' life, we will see that everyone has their own share of suffering. May not be the same form of suffering, right? And whenever we are going through challenge, we ask, why me? But when others are going through suffering, we don't think, why not me? We don't ask that, right? So we should think that challenges and difficulties are common. They're part of life. It's not unfair for someone to go through a challenge, because that's a part of life. So the important thing is to normalize this, normalize challenges and suffering as part of life. And the second one is actually second resource. And that's the whole idea of the Buddhist teaching. Also understand the suffering is a part of life, but we know that doesn't mean that we need to suffer. But in order for us to go beyond suffering, we need to understand it's not abnormal. It's normal, but then we have to do something about it. The second one is actually to give a purpose, to life. We have to give a purpose to the challenge. If we have any challenge, any difficulty, even a loss in our life, we should give a purpose to it. Sometimes losing something, sometimes not having something does not mean that life is over. We can give a different purpose to that. I mean, there are people like sportmen and sport women who get injuries, and they cannot play at all after that. But the way that they can be resilient is that try to find a purpose of that injury. There are sportsmen who actually cannot do their sport because of the injury. Either they are they are disabled, or they are having serious issues. But then they gave a different purpose to that fall injury, thinking that that's more like helping them to understand about life deeply. Because when they don't have such injury, they were simply playing and don't take life seriously and don't really think about life deeply, and don't even help anyone with their life. But now, because of the injury, they gave a different purpose. That think that is something, a learning point for me, is a turning point in my life. Now I have more deeper life. So we can always repurpose our challenge. A very good example is story about this repurposing, giving a purpose to failure. So like we should not be afraid of being failed. Failures are a part of our success. So we shouldn't be afraid of being failed, We shouldn't be afraid of being embarrassed. That's a part of life. It's not only us. Everybody is going through that. So we have to have that humility. Actually, the second one, the third one, I will come to that purpose later. But third one is to have a humility to ask help. Whenever we are going through challenges and difficulty, pain, suffering, have a humility to ask help, even from a stranger. It will be difficult for us to particularly people who grew up in this capitalist culture, because we have this idea of self-independence. So it's sometimes difficult for us to ask help. But I think whenever we are going through challenges, asking a help is actually giving an opportunity for others to be kind. Right? So we should have a humility to ask help. I think I remember the famous person in Pittsburgh, Fred Rogers. Fred Rogers is such a great person. And Fred Rogers has this famous quote saying that look for the help, and there are always helpers around. So look for the help. There are always helpers around. Don't try to solve everything by yourself. Just call friends, keep asking help, and don't be embarrassed about it. Be humble, and then you will find help from all around, and there can be people who can help you. So that's also important ability, important skill, important quality to be resilient, to be ready to ask help. The what I was talking about earlier is
And
that
Bante, you
yes.
have experience when you were here for the first time in Philadelphia.
Uh-huh.
You were looking some help for somebody, and you received lots of
help. Yeah.
And
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, my first visit to the US
Yeah.
many years ago. And I came to Philadelphia, to attend a conference, and I had no idea of, the road system and everything, nothing. I was looking for a place. I was looking for the way to go to the university, and then so I simply opened my mouth. I keep asking from the people I can see how I can go to this place, and I was showing the map. So many people they actually took. They actually stopped wherever they are going. They brought me to the the correct station, and then guided me all the way through. So there are always helpers.
Yeah.
There are always help. We have to trust the goodness of.
Especially as Bante mentioned that it is a capitalist culture in this country, so we afraid of asking
help.
But
there are
your
always
experience and
different,
such a
absolutely.
different
Yeah.
experience
That
coming
is
from
true,
the other
Bante.
part of the world.
Yes, thank you,
And,
Bante. Yeah, my first experience with the US is such a pleasant experience.
It is pleasant.
Yeah,
Truly, actually, Bante,
actually.
here people are very generous.
Very kind. And if you
kind.
ask, they will help.
Yeah.
Because the reason that we don't ask, we try to keep it for ourselves.
Yeah. They
And
don't
then-
disturb your power bubble.
Yeah,
That's what they
That's
are
right.
not coming intruding.
Yeah.
But if you ask help, they are always available.
Yeah,
Very nice.
very nice, very nice. So we should allow others to help us.
Yeah.
So remember, Fred Rogers, his advice always, look for the help. There are always helpers. Yeah. So the one the story I was trying to share with you is that, how we can repurpose our failures, how we can give a purpose even to our failures, even to our mistakes, even to, losses in our life. This is a real story. I think we know about non-sticky papers, a non-sticky adhesive, like what we call post it on papers, right, Bante? So there are a stack of papers, glued together, but we can very easily remove one, right? So they stick together, but the glue is not strong enough, so we can very easily, without tearing the paper, we can simply remove it, right? So we call post-it papers. So it's more like non-sticky adhesive. So it's such a nice thing, right? We can put all the papers together, and if you want, we can remove it, right? Or we can have we can paste it on a board, and whenever we need, we can very easily remove it, right? But one thing, although it is a very useful thing right now, it was a mistake. The discovery of that glue was a mistake. Like, yeah, in 1963, the company called M3, they were experimenting to produce a new glue. They want to invent a super glue, glue that realistic. Because the purpose of the glue is to keep two items stick together, not to remove, right? So that was the purpose of the glue. But so in the experiment, the one scientist made a mistake. Therefore, at the end, they produce a kind of glue that does not stick so fast. It is stick, but very quickly remove. So it was a mistake. And so all the money they put into that product was kind of wasted in the beginning. So that is 1963. So they were quite upset about that. But when the new manager came to the company, they have that glue that they invented, which is sticking but don't stick that thoroughly. So, and that new management thought that maybe we can make use of this glue. And in the beginning, it was so difficult. They were like, asking people, promoting that you can use this glue in a different way. They were thinking about the products that they can use. They use non-sticky board. They introduced the boards, that you can put these papers and you can remove that papers very easily. It took them for a while, but in 1977, they introduced this non-sticky, these papers, non-sticky adhesive papers. And then, of course, when people realize that how useful it's going to be, it became the, I think, best-selling product, in the world.
It was at the beginning a mistake.
It was a mistake.
It was a
failure. It was a failure because the purpose of a glue is to keep things together, not to separate them, right? So by mistake, because of the failure, they produced this special kind of polymer, whatever scientific term we can use it, this particular way to keep them together, but not that, tight, so you can easily remove them too. But because they repurpose, because they find a different purpose to this mistake, this failure, it becomes such a successful product. I think whenever we made failures in our life, whenever we meet challenges in our life, whenever we lose some things, I think, we have to have a sticky paper in stuck somewhere to find the purpose of that loss. Yeah. So even, we are going through this difficult time, this challenging time. We cannot travel, we cannot meet people. So it's a challenging time, but try to find a purpose. Try to find a different purpose of this, situation. And we can also experience other challenges in our life. And we can always try to repurpose it, try to find a different, find a purpose and come about it. So that is how we can develop resilience. Not being afraid to ask help, and then always understand that challenges and failures are part of the life, but we can always find a different purpose to it. So I hope that, so we will be able to develop our resilience. We don't know how many more months we have to be like that. But, we will go through it because, you can develop those resources in external resources and internal resources. The more resources you have, the longer you can, endure and then adapt to these, difficulties and challenges. So,
resilient, it is a
resilient.
skill.
Yes, it's a capacity. Yes, a skill. It's a capacity. We all have that. We have, we have been resilient to so many changes in our life.
Yeah.
But we can enhance.
The way that you repurpose
is very important.
The failures is a very important part.
Very important part. Yeah. Repurpose it. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Let us now move to the other part of the program. We will We will move to the sharing merits part. So today, by doing this meditation together, doing this practice together as a community, we generated so much goodness in our hearts, so much good energy, good merits. Let us now share these good merits with everyone else. First of all, let us recall to our mind people who helped us so much, people who have given us so much love, who are no more with us today. Let us be grateful to all our family members, our ancestors, our forefathers, and share these merits with all of them. May all of our departed relatives, family members share these merits. May they benefit from these merits, and may they be well and happy and peaceful there, wherever they may be. Idam me ñātīnaṃ hotu sukhita huntu ñātayo. Idam me ñātīnaṃ hotu sukhita huntu ñātayo. Idam me ñātīnaṃ hotu sukhita huntu ñātayo. Let us also share these merits with all other beings. If there's any being in this world who would like to share this merit, may he or she do so. May all living beings share our merits. May all living beings be well, happy and peaceful. Ettavata ammi sambhetam punya sampadam sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhutanumudantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Wish for the well-being of the world in English. May the weather be pleasing. May the people prosper in their lives. May there be peace and happiness in the world. May the rulers be righteous. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are in grief be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Aspiration. May this wholesome act quicken the liberation of my mind from mental defilements. By virtue of this wholesome act, may I never follow the unwise people. May I associate with good people until I attain Nibbana. Purification. If by body, speech, or mind I have carelessly done wrong, I acknowledge them all in front of the Tathagata of great wisdom and determine to be heedful. We will now do our blessing service. We know that all our friends are joining with us today, so we want to wish each and every one of you. We will chant this special sutra, Loving Kindness Sutra, for your well-being. We will maintain unbound loving kindness throughout this chant, wishing you good health, wishing you healing, wishing you strong immunity, and wishing you peace and happiness in your life. And we wish that may all of you receive the blessings of the great compassion of the Buddha that is embedded in this sutra. May you receive the blessings of the wholesome vibration that we are generating now. And may you also receive the blessings of the loving kindness we are radiating now. With these blessings, may you be well, be safe, and be happy and peaceful. Namo tassa
භගවතු අරහතු සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස නමෝ තස් භගවතු අරහතු සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස නමෝ තස් භගවතු අරහතු සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස කරණීය මත්ථ කුසලේන යං තං සන්තං පදං අபிසමිච්ඡ සක්ඛෝ ජෝච සෝජෝච සුවචෝ චස්ස මුදු අනතිමානි සන්තොස්ස කෝච සුබරෝච අප්පකිච්ඡෝච සල්ලහුක හුත්ති සන්ත්‍රින්ග්‍රියෝච නිපකෝච අප්පගම්බෝ කුලේසු අනනුගින්දෝන චකොත්තං සමාචරේ කිංචයේන විඤ්ඤෝ පරේ උපවදේයං සොඛිනෝ වාකේමිනෝ හන්තෝ සම්මේ සත්තා භවන්තු සුඛිතත්තා යේකේචිපාන භූතන්ති තසාවතාවරාවා අනවසේසාදිගාවායේ මහන්තාවා මඤ්ඤිමාරස්ස කානුකතුලාදිට්ඨා වායේව අද්දිට්ඨා යේච දුරේ වසන්ති අවිදුරේ භූතාවා සම්භවේ සීවා සම්බේ සත්තා භවන්තු සුඛිතත්තා නපරෝ පරං නිකුම්බේත නාති මඤ්ඤේත කන්ත චිනං කංචේ ව්‍යාරෝසනා පටිග සංඥානඤ්ඤමඤ්ඤස්ස දුක්ඛ විච්ඡේය මාතා යතානියං බුත්තං ආයුසා ඒක පුත්ත මනුරක්ඛේ එවං පිසම්බ භූතේසු මාන සංභාවයේ අපරිමාණං මෙත්තං ච සම්බ ලෝකස්මින් මාන සංභාවයේ අපරිමාණං උත්තං අදෝච තිරියං ච අසම්බාධං අවේරං අසපත්තං විත්තං චරං නිසින්නෝ වාසයානෝ වායාවතංස විගතමින්දෝ ඒතං සතින් අදිත්තේය බ්‍රහ්මමේතං විහාරං ඉදමාහෝ දිට්ඨිං ච අනුපගම්ම සීලවාදස්සනීන සම්පන්නෝ කාමේසු විනීයගේදං නහි ජාතු ගම්බසේයං පුනරේති තේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන සොත්තිතේ හෝතු සම්බදායේ තේන สัจเจวัจเยนะ สัพพโรโกวินัสสตุเอเตนะสัจเจวัจเยนะโหตุเตจายมังคลังสัพเพติโยวิวัจจันตุสัพพโรโกวินัสสตุมาเตภวัตตันตรายโยสุขีติกายุโกภวภวตุสัพพมังคลังรักขันตุสัพพเทวตาสัพพพุทธานุภาเวนะสัตตาสนติภวันตุเตภวตุสัพพมังคลังรักขันตุสัพพเทวตาสัพพธัมมานุภาเวนะสัตตาสนติภวันตุเตภวตุสัพพมังคลังรักขันตุสัพพเทวตาสัพพสังฆานุภาเวนะสัตตาสนติภวันตุเต
Let us take a moment to reflect. Let us reflect whatever kind deed we were able to do during last few days. Scan your past few days and record to your mind an act of kindness that you did. Even a simple act of kindness, helping someone, or helping some creature, or even to listening to someone. Let us rejoice. Let us rejoice these kind deeds. On this day, or in the past, if I have done kind deeds
if I have done kind deeds
to other beings, with my body, speech, or mind, whether great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds, and let my heart rejoice. I rejoice in those kind deeds, appreciating the opportunity to be helpful to others. I rejoice in those kind deeds, wishing more opportunities to practice compassion. I rejoice in those kind deeds, resolving not to compare myself with others. I rejoice in those kind deeds, and gladly share this joy with all beings everywhere. May my kind deeds relieve the burdens of other beings. May my kind deeds shield me from all dangers and pain. May my kind deeds and merits that come from them help me in free my heart. Let us now recall to our mind the kind deeds done by others. Think about past few days. Remember a moment that you received some kindness from others, some help from others. Or you can even think about a kind deed that you heard of others. Let us rejoice goodness of others. on this day
on this day
or in the past,
or in the past,
if I have seen or heard
if I have seen or heard
of the kind deeds done by
of the
others
kind deed done by others,
with their body, speech, or mind,
with their body, speech, or mind,
whether great or little,
whether great or little,
here before the
here
Buddha,
before the Buddha,
I call to
I
mind
call to mind
those kind
those
deeds,
kind deeds,
and let my heart rejoice.
and let my heart rejoice.
I rejoice in the goodness of others,
I rejoice in the goodness of others,
being always ready to praise kind people
being always ready
and follow their example.
and follow their example.
I rejoice in the goodness of others,
I rejoice in the goodness of others,
appreciating that there are many good-hearted people in the world.
appreciating that there are many good-hearted people in the world.
I rejoice in the goodness of others,
I rejoice in the goodness of others,
expressing gratitude for any kindness done.
expressing gratitude for any kindness done.
May the kind deeds of
May the
others
kind deeds of others
bring safety and happiness to many living beings.
bring safety and happiness to many living beings.
May the kind deeds of others
May the kind deeds of others
foster gratitude and fellowship among many living beings.
foster gratitude and fellowship among many living beings.
May the kind deeds of others
May the kind deeds of others
nurture goodness in me
nurture goodness in me
and many living beings.
and many living beings.
Sadhu,
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 sadhu.
sadhu.
Again, it was so good to have you all. We hope to see you again soon, either tomorrow, maybe in weekends or next Wednesday.
Wish you good
Wish you
health.
good health.